In this video, we will cover 3 important pain points of microservice architecture that you must know. Welcome to Backend Simplified, the home for backend developers. After 10 years of planning, coding, and fixing bugs of microservices, we've collected 3 important disadvantages that if you are aware of them, it can save you a lot of time and effort. Make sure you stick around to the end because I'm going to share with you how you can write better code for microservices or for future migration. Let's dive into it. The first one, I want to start with the story. Let's say you want to make a salad, so you get to the supermarket, enter to the vegetable section, and just picking up what you need for your dream salad. Sounds easy and fun. But now let's think about the option that we have a store for each vegetable. And to get the same vegetable basket, we need to enter and collect in many stores. Do you still want this salad? This is our first disadvantage: no more inner joins. If you are using relational database with foreign keys, to implement it in a microservice architecture, we need to fetch every entity from different service. SQL query with 3 inner joins will be equivalent to 3 internal HTTP requests. The next pain point is related to this example. Just imagine how complex it is to fix a bug when you pass through multiple microservices, and usually the most of them are not maintained by your own team. Don't get me wrong, it is possible and many developers are doing that. But we need to make sure our code contains the right logs with enough information that will allow us to figure out the bug and fix it as fast as possible. Let's get to our last one. Today, most of the companies start with a small team who wants to deliver quickly and consistently. To do so, we need to put all our effort and focus on writing our business logic. When we're starting with a microservice architecture, big part of our development is dedicated to building the infrastructure. Things like communication between microservices, authentication, CI/CD pipelines, and much more. This means that the ability to deliver fast isn't possible on the early stages of the project, which can be painful. Great, you are here for the most exciting part of our video: how to write better code for microservices. Microservices architecture puts the light on a few principles: independence, scalability, and modularity. The first two are related to the DevOps and infra issues, but modularity is a major factor in how we are structuring our code. When we write new code or refactor an existing one, we should think about dividing it into defined modules that expose interfaces. We'll gain 2 benefits from it. First, we write better code when we stop to think and plan, and second, if we want to implement it as a microservice, it can be done easily. If you are dealing with message queue and not HTTP for internal communication, we suggest to create a validation schema for your messages as well. It's also important to hear what is good about microservices so you can make your own decision. We put here a great video of Nana that you should watch. Thumbs up and see you in the next video.